Hey everybody, so I'm going to do my first teaching video. This is going to be on rekeying. Today we're going to be rekeying a Defiant lock. So these you can get at like Home Depot. So I got this one. I've already rekeyed said lock, but I'm going to do a little walkthrough on how these ones work. These ones are nice too because so when you go buy, you can, if it's got this on the package, it says quick rekey cylinder, which makes rekeying jobs super easy and very nice. So this part you can set aside. This is the guy you want right here. Put all that. So when you're rekeying, it's always good to have the keys that go to the lock. Makes it a lot easier. Otherwise, you got to pick the lock, and that can be a hassle sometimes. So when you're doing this, these style locks here, I found with a lot of them, it's best to have it in the unlocked position. And you're gonna see this little hole here. You're gonna rotate it, literally like right where it's at pretty much. And take a small, this is just a tiny little Phillips head. You can get something like this, or even like a, what are those called? Like a little pick kind of thing, those mechanic picks. Get this, and you're gonna push it in there, and you know you're hitting the right spot because it's gonna depress. It's like a spring. So you're gonna push it in. As you're pushing it in, you're gonna pull the handle from the base apart. Okay, so some of them you have to rotate a little bit, but let's see here. And then it just slides right out just like that. Okay, take your cylinder, set this stuff aside, put your tools down. So these ones are nice because you don't have to take them out, you don't have to take them apart, so you don't have to risk your springs and your top pins flying out at all if you don't have the sleeve that slides in. Looks like this guy. This, if you can take this apart, there's a little C-clip right here. Pop that C-clip off, and then you put your key in and you turn it to where it's like, where it's not set, or your pins aren't set. And then you just push this through, and this goes and slides right in there so that your springs and your top pins won't fly out of this top part here. But with these ones, these are really nice, and this is why they're a quick rekey cylinder, is there's this tape around it. And you just take that tape off. There's this tape, and there's going to be this little plastic piece that's taped to it. And that goes and sets right in there. You want to keep the plastic piece. The tape, I usually just redo some duct tape over it because this stuff sucks. So once you have your tape off, you got your little plastic guy out. Set that to the side where you're not going to lose it. You can take your key, hold it upside down like this, okay? You're going to slide your key in, and you're going to rotate it. So it rotates, and there's your pins. All you got to do, just knock your pins out, If it don't want to come out, you can grab your tweezers, pull them out. They don't always want to fall out. But then depending on the key is going to depend on your pins that you're going to use. This one, we're just going to use the same pins because I'm going to put them back in. But what I usually use is the Lab 3000s kit. So it's got all the different kinds of pins. It comes with some extra springs. And then I'll even tell you like different types of different locks or whatever. We'll give you the increments that you need. There's the increments on here. I don't do that just because that's for, I don't know, when you actually have like the code numbers and stuff. But if you don't have any of the code numbers or anything like that, and you're kind of just going in blind, like what I do is I sit here and I just play around with them until I can get them in straight. So keys in, okay, you can take your pens, and you're gonna set them in if it'll cooperate. So when you're doing this, okay, let's see here, this guy's sticking up too high, okay? So we're gonna move it. It's still too high. Oh, it's still too high. Okay, so this one is sitting right in there. Like, I can turn the key, and you want it to come up to that very edge in there, okay? Not this edge, not this top edge here, but inside that edge. Because what that's doing is that pin is pushing on them top pins in the springs, so it'll allow you to rotate it. If you have it too short, your top pin's going to drop down too far and you're not going to be able to turn it, and you can break a spring. So you want to make sure it's lined up just right on there. Go through and put the rest of the pins in. I was going to do the video when I rekeyed the other one, but I didn't because I forgot, and I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but okay, so all our pins are in. I can rotate it. It works nice and smooth. Sometimes, I will tell you though, I mean, you got to be spot on with these. If you're even just a hair off on it, it can mess it all up. But so take your little plastic piece and you're gonna lay it right back on top there, okay? And then you can set it upside down for a second. Get you some duct tape. Duct tape's always great, you know. Fixes everything, and some super glue. And then all you need to go is, you just need to go the width of that plastic piece, really. So I usually got to cut some off most of the time. Lay it on there. Make sure it's on there real good, so you don't have any chance of that plastic piece coming up and off at all. And then, so you don't want to leave it like this, okay? Like, that's too much there. So what I usually do, get your little pocket knife out. If you're not carrying a pocket knife, you should. And what I do is, there's a lip right here. I'll show you when I get this piece cut off. But I cut on the, what would be the lower part of that. Be careful not to cut yourself. Or if you got a razor blade, you can do that too. Okay, got that piece off. It ain't gotta be perfect. I try to leave enough on there so it'll stay on. kind of thing. And on here, like you can see, I got a little too much on this side. So I'm going to go along and just cut along the edge. Okay, clean up any excess, make sure that tape's on there real good. Okay, test your key out. I can sit here and I can turn it. It's nice and good. Oh, I gotta turn it this way. I'm pulling my key out, I can put it back in, and I can rotate it. That's a good thing. And you're just gonna take it. When you put it in, make sure your Bible end is what they call it, comes up. Slide it in there. Make sure it's nice and flush. And you take this guy. So this part right here, where the top of the cylinder is, okay, you want this open end. So as you're looking at this, see on this, how this side's kind of got these ridges and pins, that's the thing that you're depressing to get this out when you go take it out. So that part comes to the bottom. This open part across from it comes to the top part here. And you just slide that in, push it in, make sure it's nice and secure, tug on it, make sure it's not going to pop off, and you're all done. I'll do another video on different types of locks and rekeying them. There's different ones out there. So, but that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, follow, share, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and see you guys tomorrow on another video. Maybe we'll do another rekey. Maybe we'll do something else. I gotta go do a job in Rollins, do a couple lock replacements, so that's gonna be fun. Quick and easy, but yeah. Anyways, y'all have a good one. Stay warm and take care.